Today we have a very interesting agenda. We have a fireside chat with two guests from Aurora, and we'll be doing that soon. Like yesterday, after every presentation, we will give the audience an opportunity to ask questions. And please get your pens and paper ready. And as the presentation is being delivered, please jot down notes. And by all means, please ask a question. This is the forum to do it. And based on the feedback yesterday, we really appreciated the question. So did Health Canada. And so thank you for all your participation. And I expect the same today. Now, as I reminded everybody, within your little folder, there's an evaluation form. Today is the last day of the conference. Toward the end, we will be asking you to fill out the evaluation form. After the evaluation form is done, when you leave at the end of today, please hand it in at the registration counter. At that time, we will also give you your certificate for attending the conference. So remember to do that. If you don't hand in your forms, you're not getting your certificate. It's that simple, all right? The evaluation form is a very critical document for the PSG. Just based on yesterday's event, as well as the close of day, we heard a lot of feedback, very positive feedback, but also suggestion for the future. And in the same way, we're asking you to please make use of that evaluation form. We would love to have your feedback. That way we would know what to do in the future in terms of continue to improve upon what we're doing. And those of you who have already provided some feedback, thank you so much. And please continue to do that. And yes, of course. I'm going to ask you guys again to pull out your cell phone and put it on mute or vibrate. I don't have to worry because I totally forgotten my cell phone. I left that at home, so I feel half naked, but now I feel much better. All right, so let's officially start the program for today. This morning we have really interesting setup. We have a fireside chat, and allow me the opportunity to introduce to you two of our colleagues from Aurora Cannabis. Dr. Shane Morris. Dr. Shane Morris is a Senior Vice President of Product Development and Regulatory Affairs. He's an expert in the areas of regulations, risk, and policy. Shane has more than 16 years experience in the science policy arena and has been an executive in the cannabis industry since 2015. His proven expertise in quality assurance, cannabis operations, regulatory affairs, science ensures new cannabis products are brought to the market around the world effectively and efficiently. Our second guest and colleague is Kimberly Purchase. Kimberly is the Manager of Government Relations at Aurora Cannabis and has nearly 2 decades of leadership in public policy, strategy, politics, with her experience spanning the province, federal, and international level. Kim's work is grounded in a firm belief that with proper governance, cannabis offers new frontiers for science, policy, medicine, health, and economic development. Does that sound right? And please join me in welcoming Shane and Kimberly to the stage. Please choose the chair that you want to sit in.
Now that they're angled, you can see me.
Okay. All right. What we're going to do today is the time allotment for this session is fairly long. It's 2 hours. No worries. It's flexible.
I can dance.
And Shane volunteered to dance and sing? No,
I'll just okay. River dance. That's all I do.
Just river dance. Okay, great. So what we're going to do is I have a number of questions which I will be grilling both of them. I'll be sharing with them. And what we will be doing is we'll be asking a number of the questions, and then what we'll do is we'll give you an opportunity, the audience, to actually ask question of our guests. If you want to ask me a question, fine too. And then after that, we're going to continue, and I have another series of questions which I'll be sharing with Kimberly and Shane. And then after that, we'll again open the floor to all of you to ask questions, all right? So again, please make use of your pen and paper so you can write down certain things as we go along. And by all means, as I said before, please use this opportunity to share with each other, and we're among friends. So I hope to hear a lot of questions from the audience, okay? So let's do this quickly, and let's start. First of all, Shane, Kimberly, thank you so much for being here.
Thank you.
And actually coming on stage and allowing me to grill you.
And allowing Shane to dance.
And yeah, okay. And before we start, I know I share a little bit of your biography at the podium there. If you don't mind, I know that doesn't really do justice to what you actually do on a day-to-day basis and your responsibility and accountability. If I could ask you to maybe introduce yourself again and maybe share with us what you do at Aurora, and and share that with us so we can get a better understanding of you.
Sure. So I'm actually quite thrilled to be sitting here with Shane. Shane and I do kind of parallel things, sometimes in supporting each other, but you know, between the two of us, our public policy experience, and we're both policy wonks at the base of who we are, this is actually going to be very informative for me. Most of the people I speak with are at the elected level, at 3 levels of government. So over the past 20 years, I have worked in the federal public service, mostly at the level of international relations, particularly with fisheries and negotiations. And at the political level, I was a senior political staffer for about 12 years at 2 orders of government. So much of my experience is in the machinery of government, as well as in how decisions are really actually made at the political level, from draftings of memoranda to cabinet, to sitting in cabinet, to sitting in caucus. And that's kind of how I look at things. So I take that kind of information and I help work with advocacy groups, patient groups, on behalf of Aurora, in support of other teams like Shane's, because Shane works extensively within the public service, particularly with the regulatory folks. And I just I try not to make it worse for him, but I also will often play a challenge function at a senior political level, challenging the policies, how the decisions are made, internal inconsistencies in the actual decision making. And I do a lot of my own policy and research working with other parts of the company. So I think if I was to explain what I really do, I think I develop and I maintain relationships. I spend a lot of time educating, a lot of time advocating, and effectively, trying to